until you get the difference in temperatures. When you're slinging it around, you want to keep slinging it until there's no more change, and then calculate your vapor pressure, because it can make a difference. We were playing around with the barrel and just trying to find out, how much does it really affect. Well, on the smaller engine, we were doing it on a quad 4, and it was affecting up to 16 horsepower. When you start talking about the racing type stuff, that's a big difference. Especially on a quad 4 that only makes 120 foot-pounds of torque. It's no monster by any means. So that was a big difference, just by having the wrong barrel pressure in there. And we didn't go totally. We're talking like a pointer tube change. We're not talking like going from 28 to 30 or to 32 or anything like that.
We had engines even with the correct values in for vapor pressure and barometric pressure, to the same corrections, getting different corrected horsepower values at different times of the day. I mean, in the morning at school it was still. I mean, even corrected horsepower didn't stay constant.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of variables, and one thing I do have to bring up is these corrections. SAE correction and standard correction. They're like best estimates. They got it as close as they possibly could, but in the end, there's still a correction factor. So there is some play in there. A lot of people, especially like the people that are building engines for pro racers, they'll test engines like the same time in the afternoon every day. So the temperature is generally the same. The vapor pressure is generally the same. They won't even compare data from like morning to afternoon. But engines that run in the morning, they will always run in the morning, just because they get the same kind of conditions usually every morning. And also you get into stuff where engines actually do change between morning and afternoon, and not because of weather conditions, but maybe because valves are seating a little better, or the bearings are a little more broken, or your oil broke down a little bit or something. A lot of that stuff comes into play, and it's hard to say because you can't measure everything.
Now, from what you were saying this morning, I had the understanding that this, in the electronics of this control panel, you do have barometric pressure, except it needs to be calibrated every once in a while. Is that true?
We have a sensor. There's a barometer sensor back here.
Is that true for humidity too?
No. No, we don't have anything.
That would be real easy to do.
Yeah, it would. I agree. They saw fit not to, and I don't know why.
Well, it needs 2 temperature sensors, right?
Well, they have various kind of membrane humidity meters, and it's all in electronics.
Yeah.
We just had a temperature probe and a drive temperature probe.
Well, it's
did the calculations between the 2 values.
No, they don't work that way. Usually, it's based on a capacitance change in a membrane. So it's just all done with one sensor.
Keep it autofocus.
Probably will pass the kerosene test once you get the wheels on. It only has to move. Let's see. That would hit the stops. 180 degrees hit the stops. So it's just gonna go. You won't have the friction of the joint down there either.
Yeah, there's probably more friction in this tube sliding inside the connector.
There's obviously less than moving the rack. Otherwise the rack's just moving right now.
And they never do it again. And other people check it like once a week. Now that's both the extremes, I think. You know, you don't have to check it that much, but calibrating it once and saying it's okay forever is a little ridiculous too. Especially like these racers, these guys change engines 3 times a day. Well, every time you put a different engine on there, that torque link sits a little differently. You know, it's not. It might read 3 pounds of torque just because the engine's heavier on one side than the other engine was. So, you know, when you change engines, I think it's a good idea to at least check it, make sure it's still there in the ballpark. Or if anything changes that you feel might have changed your torque readings, I think it's a good time to check it. Other than that, I would say calibrate it once every 2 months or something. That's what I would be comfortable with. Other people say, no way, man, I check it every time I put an engine on, which is 3 times a day. So, cool. Go ahead. I mean, it's not that difficult a procedure, and it's worth it to know your data's accurate. And I think, unless there's any more questions, that's about it for the computer. We covered everything except plot, and I don't have the block, so we can't go into that yet.
Can we do the torque then, or is it next time?
Well, we should go through these cables and hook this up, and then we can do the throttle. And then maybe we'll jump on a torque calibration. What do you think about that?
Yeah. This is to bleed the throttle actuator tube assembly. Opening valve. Getting started. Maybe.
I'm not getting a lot of pressure.
Exciting shot, huh?
Oh, there it goes.
Is that giving us a bunch of pressure?
Oh, yeah.
This one down here.
Yeah, make sure it didn't fall out of the tank.
See how this is. Okay.
Don't be,
The throttle's all the way back, does that matter?
Yeah, that's where it should be.
Okay, throttle should be back. Shut the valve off.
Why is there water shooting on underneath here?
Is there?
well, we don't have fuel pressure right now, do we?
Hey.
Right behind. Oh, all right. There's 2 valves here. When you're first setting up the throttle, you open this one with the water pressure on. You open this one. You go over to the console, open the little one on the back right there.
Okay.
Until water starts pouring out of that little hose hard.
Is this the one you mean?
That's the one. Until there's no more air bubbles or anything coming out. Then you close that one. You come over here and close this one.
Okay.
Now you've got water and pressure in your system.
Okay.
Looking at the camera.
No. Now to set this, because this will be full throttle now, even with that backed off. You open this a little bit until the rod starts coming back till it sets. Like, that's closed.
Okay.
You open it till it eases back. It lets a little bit of pressure out of the system. Then you close it again. So right now I should be able to hit the throttle and that arm should move.
Wow.
It's incredible. Yeah. Yeah, something happened. Did you back the load off, or did it just?
No, the load was off.
I mean, did you back the throttle?
Number 3.
Yeah.
We started getting smoke, blew out number 3.
It's not going anywhere. That won't change.
Okay.
Okay, the pressure's coming up when he revs it. That means we're seeing more current from the alternator,
Yeah,
right?
right.
So you're really down on battery there.
Oh, it is.
Okay, so that's going to really change everything. At least it will at low RPM.
Pull the battery out of someone's car.
GM car.
Oh, it's got a funny connecting.
Why the heck did they have a choice on connected if they put the GM jump style on there? I mean, that's the most ridiculous.
Oh, it's a side post.
Yeah, side post. No one uses that. GM shouldn't use that, but they're too proud to switch off.
Let's give them a call. Hey, listen, we're trying to do some demonstration here.
God
Get
damn.
radio. First of all, the battery stinks. Secondly, I don't like the way it's mounted. One of your engineers over here to fix it.
You make it worse.
It's like, it's not my fault. It's not my
I didn't design it. We got a GM. Besides me.
Honestly, you have sight.
Dad? No.
Oh, I thought it was.
No. My battery.
Should we stop this?
Where's my battery? You can get that I'm back.